Welcome back to our channel, dear viewers. Today we have an exciting topic to explore: Canada's bold bet on becoming an energy superpower. In this video, we will delve into the remarkable mega project known as LNG Canada. We'll discover its significance in the global energy landscape and how it addresses the pressing need for liquefied natural gas amidst the ongoing global energy crisis. First things first, let's understand what the mega project is all about. LNG Canada stands for Liquefied Natural Gas Canada, and its massive infrastructure endeavor that's been relatively under the radar, despite being one of the biggest energy projects in North America. The goal of LNG Canada is to establish a world-class liquefied natural gas export facility in the town of Kitimat, Canada. This facility will play a crucial role in transforming natural gas into a liquefied state, making it easier and safer to transport across the ocean to other countries and continents. This mega project is set to cost more than 30 billion Canadian in total, making it the single largest private sector investment in the history of Canada. Now, you might be wondering why Canada is investing in a staggering $30 billion into this mega project. Well, it all boils down to the current global energy crisis. With gas prices stuck at record highs and supply shortages exacerbated by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, securing a stable and sufficient energy supply has become a challenging task worldwide. Liquefied natural gas, or LNG, has emerged as a viable solution during this crisis. It's a cleaner burning fossil fuel compared to coal and can serve as a bridge towards a more sustainable energy future. As countries strive to diversify their energy sources, the demand for LNG has surged, and this is where Canada's ambitious bet comes into play. As Shell reports, LNG imports to Europe surged by an impressive 60% in 2022 alone, underscoring the urgent need for diverse and stable energy sources. Canada is blessed with abundant natural gas reserves, ranking among the world's largest producers of this valuable resource. However, despite its vast gas reserves, Canada lacks the necessary export infrastructure to reach international markets. This has put the nation at a disadvantage compared to other LNG giants like the US, Qatar, and Australia. The heart of the issue lies in the Montney Basin, located in northeastern British Columbia, where a substantial amount of gas is trapped underground. To monetize these reserves and tap into the lucrative global LNG market, Canada urgently needs a way to transport its natural gas to distant markets, especially in Asia and Europe. Before we delve deeper into the details of the LNG Canada mega project, it's essential to address the ongoing debate around fossil fuels and the global push towards renewable energy sources. While it's true that natural gas is a fossil fuel, it is considered a lower carbon option compared to coal and oil. As the world transitions towards a cleaner energy, natural gas, including LNG, is seen as a more environmentally friendly bridge fuel. Canada itself has been a world leader in renewable energy initiatives, promoting hydroelectric power and investing in wind and solar projects. The decision to invest in LNG Canada is part of Canada's strategy to leverage its natural gas reserves while simultaneously striving to meet its climate goals. Now, let's take a closer look at the LNG Canada facility in Kitimat. The location of this ambitious megaproject is strategic, situated on the west coast of Canada in the town of Kitimat, British Columbia. Kitimat provides access to the Pacific Ocean, allowing for efficient shipping of LNG to international markets. The facility comprises several critical components, each playing a vital role in the LNG production process. The Coastal GasLink pipeline, spanning an impressive 670 kilometers, extends all the way from the gas source in Dawson Creek, British Columbia, to the LNG Canada facility in Kitimat. The liquefaction process is the heart of the LNG Canada facility, as it is responsible for transforming gaseous natural gas into a liquid form suitable for international transport. Let's take a closer look now at how this fascinating process works. Once the natural gas is received through the Coastal GasLink pipeline, it undergoes a series of treatments to remove impurities, ensuring the purity of the final product. Then, the gas is cooled to extremely low temperatures, around -162 degrees Celsius, that's -260 degrees Fahrenheit, until it reaches its liquid state. The now liquefied natural gas is stored in massive tanks within the facility, including a colossal tank that stands 52 meters high and 92 meters in diameter, making it one of the biggest of its kind in the world. At its destination, the LNG is regasified and distributed to end users, such as power plants, industries, and households. With the LNG Canada facility nearing completion, the next crucial consideration is the target markets for Canada LNG's exports. The primary focus is undoubtedly on the vast energy-consuming regions of Asia and Europe. Asia, being the next closest continent to Canada's west coast, presents a compelling market opportunity for LNG exports. Many Asian countries heavily depend on imported gas to meet their energy needs, and Canada's LNG could offer a cleaner and more reliable energy source for their growing economies. On the other side of the globe, Europe is also a significant target market for Canada's LNG exports. Over the past year, Europe has faced energy crisis and supply shortages, particularly due to geopolitical tensions with traditional gas suppliers. Canada's LNG could help fill this gap in supply and provide a diversification opportunity for Europe's energy mix. Canada's entry into the LNG export market could have far-reaching implications for the global energy landscape. As one of the world's largest gas producers, Canada's significant LNG exports could contribute to increased energy security in many importing countries. Canada's LNG exports could contribute to increased energy security in many importing countries. In 2022, LNG imports to Europe increased by 60%, showcasing the growing demand for diverse energy sources. The long-term impact of Canada's LNG exports will depend on various factors. The global energy transition towards renewable sources and the rise of other LNG exporters may influence the overall demand for LNG in the coming years. Additionally, the cost of production and transportation will play a critical role in determining the competitiveness of Canada's LNG in the international market. While LNG Canada holds great promise, it faces stiff competition from established players in the LNG market. Countries like the United States, Qatar, and Australia have well-established LNG export infrastructure and a history of successful operations. Competing with these giants requires Canada to be strategic and innovative in its approach. One of the key challenges is securing long-term supply contracts with international buyers. Established players often have existing customer relationships and favorable terms, making it challenging for newcomers like Canada to penetrate the market. To gain a competitive edge, Canada must offer attractive pricing and reliable delivery schedules while maintaining the highest standards of quality. Furthermore, as the global demand for LNG shifts, it becomes essential for Canada to adapt and remain competitive in a rapidly evolving market. This will require continuous investment in technology and infrastructure to meet challenging consumer preferences and environmental regulations. Amidst the promise of energy prosperity, the LNG Canada mega project also brings forth significant environmental and social concerns. First and foremost, the construction and operation of the facility have implications for the local environment, wildlife, and ecosystems. Environmental regulations and best practices must be strictly adhered to in order to minimize any adverse impacts. Additionally, the project's construction and operation may affect local communities and First Nations living in the vicinity of the facility. While LNG Canada claims to be working closely with these communities, there have been disagreements and concerns expressed about the potential impacts on hunting, fishing, and traditional ways of life. Balancing the economic development with environmental and social considerations is a delicate task that requires open dialogue, collaboration, and meaningful engagement with the affected communities. Sustainable practices and responsible stewardship of the land are essential for the long-term success and acceptance of the LNG Canada project. The Coastal GasLink pipeline, originally estimated to cost about $6 billion, now has a cost estimate of $14 billion due to various factors. Canada project nears its completion and comes online. Both the companies involved and Canada as a whole are faced with a combination of risks and potential rewards. The massive investment of $30 billion represents a substantial financial commitment that must deliver returns to the companies involved. The LNG market's unpredictability and the potential volatility of global energy prices pose risks to the project's profitability. Demand dynamics and the competition from other LNG exporters could also impact Canada's success in securing long-term contracts and market share. On the other hand, if executed successfully, LNG Canada has the potential to provide a significant economic boost to Canada's energy sector and economy as a whole. It could create jobs, foster economic growth, and strengthen Canada's position as an energy superpower. Furthermore, LNG exports could strengthen Canada's trade balance and enhance its international relations. The completion of the LNG Canada terminal is projected to be over 70% by now, with the terminal expected to come online in the middle of this decade. In conclusion, LNG Canada megaproject is a bold and ambitious venture that holds the promise of making Canada a prominent player in the global LNG market. However, it also faces several challenges, including competition from established players